Hello everyone, welcome back to the road to 2000. We are waiting for a game. Alright, we've got a game. Okay, we have e4, so we play a Sicilian. I was thinking to change it up to a Najdorf today. Okay, and we got... Oh, I hate this. Now I need to think. The Canal attack. I know that this is a good variation. This is an okay variation. With this variation, we say that our knight is badly placed. But it's also fine. Then we go this, but then we have issues with our knight. Yeah, let's maybe play knight to d7. It's alright. Yeah, you can choose a lot of variations. What is c4? Alright. Let's kick out the bishop. Ask him what he's going to do. If he takes our knight, we are going to take with the queen, and then we play b6 and bishop to here, I think. Okay, he plays bishop to there. I don't know. Maybe play knight to here. We can just stay. No, we can't take. If he pushes back, he has his knight here. Interesting. Let's fianchetto our bishop, maybe? I don't know. This is a completely new position for me. I am familiar with the standard open positions with the English attack, and of course let's take here. So the English attack, and I'm familiar. Oh, he will play queen to here, maybe. Knight to here, alright. That was what I expected. Okay, let's attack the knight. Bishop to there. Fine. Okay, alright. I can play queen to here, knight to here, knight to here. This file is attacked. So that's also fine, and he can push. So let's try queen to here. I don't know. Alright, and now let's attack this pawn here. His knight is pinned, so this is actually a free pawn. He probably needs to defend like this. And we are in a dragon structure with a maxi bind. Interesting. Nothing that he can do is he can take here and here, but I think that exchanging his light squared bishop for my knight is fine. Now that I think of it with maxi bind, this is actually his bad bishop, but it's actually needed on e2 to defend the c4 pawn most of the time. But then again, most of the time this knight is going to hop to one of those squares to attack those pawns and make some concessions. Okay, our opponent is thinking. I must say I have also played the Sveshnikov, the Khan variations sometimes. I played the Taimanov, the Dragon, and of course the Najdorf. Now I'm thinking of it. I have also played the Hyper Accelerated Dragon. Alright, the castles. So I can take here. Wait a sec. I can take here, and then I take here. Queen defends defends the bishop, so that's not a point. Alright. I would say let's castle and be happy. He's maybe going to play f4. An interesting move. I'm going to tend to play knight to here, attacking the bishop and the pawn here. So I expect bishop to c2. And yeah, maybe white has a really nice position. I think, yeah, white has maybe a nice position. Black's position isn't horrible, but isn't that great either. I think this is alright for black. Let's look at our opponent. 6 November 2022. Alright. Get some draws. Puzzle rating is a little bit low actually. Look at it. Let's look. It's an all-time high of almost 1900. Interesting. Right. So I'm thinking of starting some opening videos here on YouTube. Yeah. Mention in the comment if you would like them and what opening. I was thinking about doing an e4, d4 and c4 course. And for black I was going to cover the Najdorf, Sicilian, a full course, and against e4, and against e4 what I play the Semislav. Yes. Now that I'm thinking about, yeah. So why the Najdorf and not the Kalashnikov? Because I have the books. Just the auto rights. I don't want to cover the books. Dana King has, I think, put a lot of work into it, so we won't set that content for free on YouTube, if you understand what I mean. Right, our opponent is thinking for a long time. Maybe I need to cut this out of the video. Then I need to do some editing work. Not one of my greatest strengths, I think. If I would be white, I would be just thinking about rook to c1, queen to e2. Alright, rook to c1. Queen to d2 and f4. That are the moves where I would think of. Alright. This pawn is only defended once by the knight. So now just think. Knight to c5. I attack the bishop. The bishop is defended. But I also attack the pawn here. So they probably need to defend the pawn like this with f3. And then the question is, what do we do? Some would say maybe just maybe take the bishop, queen take, knight takes. This pawn is all defended, so that's possible. Another thing is I'll play knight to here, attacking those two things. They play f3 and I play knight or knight to d7, with the idea of activating my bishop here and playing knight to here. Maybe trying to hop my knight into d3 if possible, putting some pressure on this, but activating my queen. Another typical move is, of course, b5, sacrificing a pawn. Take, 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 but at this moment I don't see really anything that's worth it. I can play knight to e5, that's also a typical idea. Where I put some pressure on this pawn here. The pawn is attacked, so the pawn needs to be defended. b3. Yeah, that's the standard move, of course. Then the question is, what do I do with my light squared bishop? I can put it here, try to trade it off, and that would be trading off their light squared bishop, and that's their good bishop. I don't know. All right, let's put the knight here. Yeah. Putting some pressure on this pawn, and you're just going to see what will happen. Also, if they play b3, the knight doesn't hang off because of the rook, so that's why the rook is there, very good placed. I have also ideas now of playing knight g4, attacking the bishop here, and because they don't have a bishop on e2, they can't. But the issue is, yeah, I play knight to here, they play bishop to here, and we don't have an idea advantage, I think. No. This will be just a normal maneuvering game. I was also looking at e5, but that blocks my knight here. I could have played knight to c5, and all right, knight in. Interesting, to be honest. First and foremost, this pawn is hanging, alright? But also is this pawn. So let's say, for example, knight takes pawn, they take this pawn with a check. We need probably to move, and they can just go back and they have a really nice knight. Alright, so that's a bummer, of course. But knight to d5 is a standard move in those positions. But I'm looking at it, and the question is, with what pawn are they going to take? If I take here, do they don't have an in-between move? I think no, they don't have. Okay, I take. Let's say they take with the e pawn. Yeah, the question is this. I have still the same question. Where do I put my bishop? Of course, bishop to here. They play maybe f3, but then I think I can. No, this is just bad. Of course, no. Take with e pawn. I can just say I play my bishop here, I want to trade bishops, and I will take back with my knight. I have this really powerful bishop, and I have those two nice squares. That's possible. Alright, I think that's a really good idea. Then the bishop probably needs to move, and we can move our bishop. We can support a b5 break in the future, which is nice. I can play my rooks on the c file. I think that is a good idea. What if they take with the c pawn? They open their rook. But then no, this knight is gone. Actually, I think we do the same. Okay, let's take. Oh, wow, we talked for 3 minutes on that move. After yesterday, I had good positions and I was blundering them all. I lost four games in a row. One rapid and 3 blitz games. In all 4 games I was better. All 4 games I had a good position, a crushing position. If it were classical games, I would have beaten all my opponents. Most of the time I get a good position from out of the opening, and then I converted in my classical games, or I get a draw. I don't lose that much. Mostly then I blunder into a draw, and if I don't get an opening advantage, if I don't know the opening, then I mostly lose because I don't know what to do. Our opponent is taking with what piece to recapture. I think he's going to think what he's going to say. The thing is, if he takes with the c pawn, we got a totally symmetrical position where I even can play the interesting b5. The bishop needs to go probably to somewhere here or here, and we take. Alright, he takes with e pawn, of course. Now he has a 4-on-3, but I think that those pawns are weak. We have some opportunities with our really strong dark square bishop. I think that our bishop is really the joy of our position. We are, in my opinion, making it almost a Benko or a Benoni with that strong kind of bishop and positional play. So now we need to think what to do. Always scanning for some tricks, of course, but we don't have anything. Let's play this. They take, and then they play a weird move attacking our pawn here, for example, which is actually quite irritating now that I look at it. It's really irritating. Alright, then we can maybe play rook to here, defending that pawn and maybe going for some e6 breaks, but this pawn will get a little bit weak, I think. But no, we get 2 pawns. Yeah, this pawn will get Yeah, I'm also looking at what if you just chip away at the center with maybe a move like e6, but I don't really see a good way to develop. Maybe now we can play b5, take. They need to take with the bishop. Interesting. I think we win a. Yeah, so we take that pawn here, and this pawn is weak. The same can be said about this pawn. So b5, pawn takes, and if knight takes, we win the bishop. So b5, pawn takes, bishop takes. We take the pawn here, and we have an attack on this pawn also. But they can infiltrate here with their rook, attacking this pawn here. This is of course our weak square. Let's just play bishop to here. I want to trade off that really strong bishop, and if it trades take, we get that really nice pawn there. So what I think that he will do is take, and play a3. Not easy at all. Not easy at all. I'm thinking that I'm even misplaying this position. Yeah, I think that I'm misplaying it. Yeah, a3, and I'm encouraging him to push his pawns, of course. Yeah, I can play knight to here, of course, because it's that move. But in reality, now that I think of it, can I play the... Alright. Let's play rook to here, just a really nice move. The issue with, I must say, the issue with this position is white, in my opinion, white isn't playing for a win. He's playing really solid and he says, I'm not going to lose. But maybe you can say the same for black. And that I'm trading too much pieces. Maybe white is saying my queen side's majority will win me the game. Maybe he has a point. Yeah, if he plays bishop to here, I'm just need to play knight to here. Just some easy. And if it takes, we take of course with the bishop, and we are fine. I think if I can exchange my knight for their bishop, they play f4. What is f4? They want to stop my knight from coming here. Alright. Alright, but now I can play this without that they have this and I can come to here. The question is, what is my knight doing here, of course. What is my knight doing here? I play b5. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. And I think that we are fine. This is a weak pawn in the end. I can play b5, knight to here. That's an irritating move indeed. But if I play queen b6, I don't have a threat of taking here, of course. I don't have a threat. Yeah, I don't like my position, to be honest. Let's play queen b6. I don't see any, yeah, queen b6, and I don't know what to play. Maybe some good stuff, I know. I have just an attack on the pawn, and I'm going to maybe infiltrate with my knight to this position, something like that. Yeah, I must say that my opponent is playing really well. Oh, wow, that's a really good move. Wait, I can just take the pawn here. Take it. He takes my... oh wow. This is bad. This is really bad. Yep, I'm doing it again. Didn't start the check. I have really a feeling that I'm also watching, of course, other YouTubers, for example, Apex Chess, who is at 2100, and I really think that his games, that his opponents are playing worse, really playing worse than some of the 1800s. And I am honest. On another account I am 2200 rapid, and I must say that those guys at 1800 play better. For example, at this moment, where is he waiting for? It's a really simple plan. Just here, I take here, he takes and attacks my knight. Okay, check. I can check. Take this here. Okay, maybe he's calculating that, but even for example, just queen to here. No, not queen. Oh. All right. Okay, so I'm an exchange done. I have a horrible structure. What's the plan? I'm just going to place my knight on a good square. I don't have more. Nothing else, I think. Um, or I'm playing really bad, which is maybe the case. Okay. Maybe I'm making it too hard on myself and I'm playing too complex openings. Which is probably the case, I think. Alright, bishop d4. I take the bishop, queen takes, we check. So that's just bad for me, I think. King g8. So let's take king to here. Rook to here. Guy is finding all the nice moves, all the good moves. Yeah, I don't think that I have much of a choice. Yeah, we are definitely getting outplayed by a lot. Maybe I can flag him. We have a minute. But of course it's 15:10, so yes, 10 seconds. So how can we get? Yeah, also his blitz rating is quite high. I have 1 minute. 1800 blitz. No, I won't. I won't against that. I am, I think, at my best 1600. Yes, of course, he plays this move. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take this pawn. Just. And I am going to take like this. So he's thinking about. He knew that pawn was free. So why did he think about 18 seconds about taking my g pawn? Just weird. Right, he's attacking that pawn there. And if I play this, he will check me like this. So I need to actually play rook to here. That's the only move. Okay. He's going to take that pawn here. Yeah, just take this pawn. I don't know. If it takes this pawn, I have a fork here. Right, I have a fork. All right, so yes, let's take this. Let's give him a check. And I don't know. Let's play this. I am protecting this pawn here. And I'm just going to try to push. Okay, and now we are better. So, what is this bullshit? I don't know what he's trying to do. Okay, let's just push. I don't know. Okay, he's trying to push. Push. We place this. That's a really nice move. Can't I just play rook to here? Alright, he's going for some tricks, I think. Okay, let's take the pawn. He gives me a check. I'm going up. This is mate. Alright, that's not mate. Is there a way for me to exchange queens or something? Oh yes, I see it. Check. He goes down and I play queen to here, check, I win. Alright, fine. Two pawns up in an endgame. And he resigns. So completely losing position, and then we go to an endgame, and then he plays like garbage. I don't know what to think of it. Alright, let's see. Yeah. That's what I mean. C4 is indeed. I need to play E5. I didn't know it. I thought this was almost. This was fine. We got some kind of a dragon. Dragon position. So this is all fine. Okay, yeah, more or less equal. Still all fine. Still fine. That was a bad move. And we lost. Alright, I need to go back. So in this position I need to play just to here, just wait. And then you need this, and now the idea is take the knight. Alright, bishop takes, I think. And then now play b5. Now shadow the structure. Where we will get in with our knight probably. Somewhere, sometime. Giving up the bishop. That's okay. That's not a move I would have played. Giving up the bishop. So yeah, here white is definitely better. He got an exchange. Yeah, white is completely winning this position. This is what I mean. He plays perfectly, and then normal fork. Ah, wow! I even had here a fork. Alright, I didn't saw that, but yeah, even this is better. This is okay. I probably would have taken here, I think. And yeah, here we have an equal endgame. So, but going here. I find this really strange. Really strange. It's like he made 2 blunders in a row, and here, okay, not a good move apparently. He played so badly at this moment. So all those moves here, all those moves, the first 20 moves of the game. He played like what is that? 2800 something? And then from move 26, then he then he lost everything. All right. Okay, let's analyze what you should have played. So this is also good for the thing that I am going to for my course I will make. So in this position we have several moves. We can play bishop here, where they will probably take. Queen takes is a move that is here better, and after something like castle, we play knight to here. I think now at this moment, just knight to here. And the thing is, we lost our light squared bishop, but our queen is lightly misplaced, and we have a lot of light square weaknesses. So that's white's idea, and he will play c3 and probably d4 in those positions. With knight to here, mostly castle is a move that I would think of, where they then play and then for example knight to here, rook to here, protecting the pawn, and then something like a6, bishop f1, and then we play something like g6, c3, bishop to here, d4. Apparently we don't take. Taking is fine, but then white is better. Just castle, and yeah, white has here a strong center. Bishop is placed quite good. Defends the king and will later on come out. It doesn't do anything at this moment. It doesn't need to do anything at this moment. And the rook is really strongly placed. The queen is good. This bishop will come to somewhere here. This knight, that's a question what it will do. Probably something like knight to here, or maybe knight to here, or knight to here, to here. So that's all what's that's all ideas. And the computer says here a4 to prevent me as expanding at b5. So for example, if they play here, just move like bishop e3, that's belong as a pawn, bishop f4 for example. There we change the bishop. Let's play for example knight to here. That's also a good move, I think. Yeah, take, probably pawn takes, and now we play b5. Yeah, now we play b5. We will get a bishop at this diagonal, and here black is alright, and fine. Black has a nice position. White also has a really nice position, so that's the idea of a4, just preventing anything from happening at b5. And now I think we go e5, and what's wrong with b6? b6 is fine, 0.82, and this is 0.75, and here they close it. Would they close it? This is a position where I think that black has a lot of play. So I am thinking about playing knight to here, and for example knight develops. a5 is a really good move to prevent me from expanding at this knight. Just think, let's go with f5. This is fine, the computer says this is good, but I think we've got us some kind of King's Indian position where white needs to be very careful. They don't have a c pawn to attack or pawn here, but they have, of course, the standard knight d2 to c4 ideas. So now we need to prevent knight to here. And if they don't take en passant, they do, for example, I don't know, what do we play with? Say a bad move, bishop to b, then we are already better. There is no knight to c5, c4 I mean, and right, now we play bishop to here. Why can't we push? Then knight comes to here. Yes, indeed. But that's also fine. So yeah, we can play this, and if the knight goes back, now we have a5. This is completely crushing for black. We have a King's Indian style attack. So yeah, interesting. Really interesting. Yeah, white needs to know what they are doing. The computer says it's +1. The King's Indian it also says it's +1. Probably it's around equal. Alright, so interesting. Yeah, c4 was played. What am I saying? In this move, c4 was played, controlling the d5 square. And what is the move here? This is not the move, I think. Yeah, it's the theory move. What if they push? I take. What if they take the knight? We kick out the bishop. Right. Bishop leaves. Doesn't that just lose the pawn? Now we take the knight. Because it's not pinned anymore. So here they need to take. Bishop takes. Knight takes. Knight goes back. Yeah, g6. Interesting. So material is equal. But we have a quite open position, and here we have the two bishops. So here the computer says, and we stop actually black from, we don't stop it, but I think we are here completely winning. Wow. Yeah, and I think we take the queen. Yep, rook takes and bishop f4. Not even. We go after a pawn. We win a pawn. No. Yes, we win a pawn. We win a pawn. We win a pawn. And now we say we are completely winning. Well, we win. What's the right move in this position? Oh wow. Counter-attacking my rook. So we take, bishop takes. I was going to think something like this, but then there's rook in, so we go bishop out, attacking the rook, and we take. They take one of our bishops, and maybe here, yes. And here we are totally fine with protect this pawn. And if they infiltrate, rook to here, and we are going to push. Yeah, we are a pawn up, and they have a bad structure. We have here a passer, and we are going just to trade off those pawns. What if they play it something like this? I think we can just can we? Yeah, we can just push. And this is apparently this is better for us. They need to push through. Yeah, and there's of course a very strong pawn. Alright, I understand. So we're just bringing the king and chasing away the rook. Alright. Really fun. Rook needs to go away, and then it's almost trapped. He needs to stop getting trapped, and we are just improving. And what's the idea now? Push, take, take. We are attacking the knight. Knight needs to move. And we win the knight. They win a pawn here. I think we go up. No, we don't go up, because if you go up, they can play to here, attacking all pawns, which is still fine, but there are unnecessary risks. We can just go here, and if they play to here, we can just play it safely, and then we can go up and win this position. Alright. This is a very long video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.